If you build it, she will come.
1, 2, 3,
For the first time in more than 70 years, women are getting a baseball league of their own in the United States.
Being on this team and being able to create that sisterhood, that forever friendship or that bond, that's been a dream my whole life. That dream is now coming true.
24-year-old Katie Reynolds of Belmont is one of 120 women drafted in November to the new Women's Professional Baseball League.
I don't think I'll ever forget that night.
When you heard your name?
When I heard my name, 4th round, 5th pick, the most incredible moment of my life. There's me at the counter, just wailing, just going nuts. I had my friends there, old teammates from high school, old coaches, right, from when I was this big. I definitely was crying when I got my name called, that's for sure. You can allow a couple tears here and there, but I do understand where Tom Hanks was coming from.
There's no crying in baseball!
The league will start with 4 teams representing Boston, New York, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. Reynolds will suit up for San Fran, a moment she's been preparing for since she was 7 years old.
I probably came out of the womb with a baseball in my hand.
At 9, she tried her hand at pitching and was hooked.
I was one of the first curveballs that a lot of the kids in my town saw, so that kind of put me maybe ahead of a lot of the people in my town, in my league.
The support of her mother, a former baseball little leaguer herself, and her father, who taught her how to pitch, helped propel this right-hander through Little League into high school and onto college on all-male teams.
So I walked into the first day of practice and, this upperclassman walked up to me and said, "Hi, nice to meet you. We've never had a girl on the team. That's awesome." And I went, all right, we're in. Yeah, I know. It was great.
I was about 13 when I had a coach. He was new and he said he didn't want me on his team because girls don't play baseball. And I just decided I'd play forever. It was definitely an uphill battle from there, but yeah, couldn't let the naysayers, tell me what to do. So I kept going.
Justine Siegel didn't have as warm of a reception at the beginning of her baseball career, but didn't let that stop her.
I got my doctorate at Springfield College, where I was an assistant baseball coach. And then I broke the gender barrier and became the first woman to coach men's pro baseball in Brockton.
In 2011, Siegel became the first woman to throw batting practice to an MLB team, the then Cleveland Indians. 4 years later, she was hired by the Oakland Athletics, the first female coach employed by an MLB team.
Yeah, so how were you able to prove yourself in that way?
I did everything I could to know as much about the game as I could learn, and then caring about the players. And with a PhD in sports psychology, you learn what motivates people. It's all about helping the player be the best they can.
The most recent jewel in her crown, co-founder of the Women's Professional Baseball League.
We have to recognize that we're standing on the shoulders of the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League from the 1940s and 50s. As you know, the movie A League of Their Own. And then continuing that legacy. And the time is right for us to start our pro league because women's sports has never been hotter.
Regular season play starts in August. For its inaugural year, all 4 teams will play at the same park, Robin Roberts Stadium in Springfield, Illinois.
We play on the same dimensions as the men. You're going to see we could play at Fenway. We'd be happy to play at Fenway. The only difference is we have an aluminum bat and we play 7 innings.
In 2027, the league plans to move play into its home cities and eventually add more teams.
We want people to come watch the game, whether that's in person or streaming, follow us on socials.
What do you hope happens? If we're starting here, what do you hope can happen?
I hope that it gets as big as the MLB or even the WNBA. Maybe Katie Reynolds will become a household name.
Love that.
I think also just that girls know they can dream of becoming a professional baseball player. That to me is success. That no girl's ever told that she can't play again because they now can see that there is a future for them.
So cool. And the season starts on August 1st. You can catch WPBL games via streaming and on the league's YouTube channel. The regular season and playoffs run about 8 weeks.
About 8 weeks. Back to Katie Reynolds, the pitcher. She says her favorite baseball player of all time, Pedro Martinez.
Yeah.
Now, she was a baby when Pedro was playing for the Red Sox, so she's really only seen him through YouTube videos, loves him, and would love to meet him someday. So, Pedro, if you're listening.
Yeah, right.